So Ashely and I are back to talk to you about a brand new line of fragrances called Precious Liquid. I have 3 of them here.
And another 3 here.
And another 3 there. Which line was this one?
That is the texture line.
So we have the texture line and you have the
Exquisite.
And we're going to talk about these fragrances and we're going to put them on and show you how they are supposed to be worn. And you're also going to get a chance to win one of 5 sample sets of samples from the entire line. There's also a
pure line,
and the samples are in here as you can see. So 5 winners will get these, and we're going to do that all coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time here on this channel and or you have not subscribed yet, there's a subscribe button below. Please click subscribe and also please click the bell icon so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And we are going to talk about Precious Liquid today. And again, these are the 3 here, and Ashely's got 3
here. This is kind of a new fragrance concept called 3D scent. And the idea of it is to create kind of a living aroma around you. And I know at first I was like, what does that mean? It's really interesting. So basically there's a fragrance for your head, your heart, and your hands. And you kind of choose, there's 3 fragrances, and together they kind of make your complete aura. And that way, instead of saying like, oh, I wish this fragrance had more rose and the other stuff was in the background, you can choose. You can amp up the rose by putting on more of the rose perfume and creating even more of a signature scent, kind of a signature aura around you.
So it's more like, with these ones, we've got fresh vetiver, juniper, which sounds kind of fresh and aromatic, and then we've got blue agave. So if I like something with more vetiver, I would test it out all equally on me on various parts of my body. Then if I want to pump up the vetiver, spray more on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
So in the Exquisite line, there is a oud smoke.
Oud smoke?
Yeah.
Wow.
Roses. And white incense, I believe, is this one. Yes.
So the guy who created this line, or actually there's a couple, it's a real life couple, a woman by the name of Gio, who's a model and I guess a brand consultant?
Yeah, she's the creative director now of this line.
And then also Richard Herpen, who is a perfumer who's created hundreds and hundreds of, maybe not 200s, but maybe...
But hundreds. It seems like he used to work with Firmenich, so...
He created Oud Wood for Tom Ford, which is very, very famous. But I'm looking at the brochure here. He's created fragrance for Xenia, Erin, Bond Number 9, Amouage, and so on. Calvin Klein, Marc Jacobs, Badgley Mishka, Lady Gaga, Usher, One Direction, many different ones. So
very experienced perfume.
He's very experienced, yeah. So why don't we smell these individually?
Okay.
Shall we smell the...
Yeah.
Yours are not sprays, they're roll-ons, right?
Roll-ons, yeah. So more portability, it seems, if you kind of want to throw these in your purse and roll on the go. So
should we just smell them out of the...
Oh yeah.
Out of this, and then we'll spray the other guys. So this one is...
Roses. It's nice.
It's pretty rose. Very fresh.
And I think it's simple, but it's good because with this concept, you're usually wearing 3 at a time, so...
So roses is beautiful,
yeah.
I'm a big fan of roses if you don't know this already, and I like that rose.
Me too. This is white incense. Also pretty frankincense fragrance.
So what makes it white incense?
I have no idea, honestly. I think it's more because it's not like a dark, heavy incense.
Oh, okay.
So I think since it's like a lighter, fresher incense, maybe white incense.
Okay, so it's just kind of a marketing.
Yeah. And oud smoke.
Oud smoke, okay.
Yeah.
Oud and smoke.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, the fragrances are very true to their name. It's very much just what's going on. So that's kind of nice. That's what you want. It's more about how they play together, I think, with these fragrances.
So do you think these are more Soliflores then, or they're
As
complete?
individuals, yes. I think when you wear them all at once, they make a complete fragrance, but individually, they seem like Soliflores to me.
Okay. And what is a Soliflore?
So a Soliflore is usually a fragrance that's just comprised of one note. And individually, that's exactly what these are, I'd say.
So a rose would be a rose.
Yes.
Tuberose would just be the tuberose.
Tuberose, yeah. I will say the oud smoke is oud and smoke. So maybe a Duoflore.
Okay, Duoflore. Okay, let's try these two now. So let's go ahead with the fresh vetiver. And you know me with vetiver, I love me my vetiver. Fresh?
Very fresh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is the Juniper. And this is the fresh vetiver, by the way.
Fresh vetiver is really nice.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Me being another fan, well, I love a lot of different styles, but vetiver is another one of my favorite. Okay, so Juniper. Supposed to let it dry down, but
I like that too.
I do too. Okay, next up is the Blue Agave. And this one reminds me of Joe Malone's Blue Agave and
cocoa.
Cacao. Yeah,
Cacao, yeah.
I wore that one.
I like that one a lot too.
Too bad it got discontinued. So let's see if
I
it's...
didn't know that.
It's
Oh,
gone.
what a bummer.
Okay, so Blue Agave. Let's see if it smells like... This one is my least favorite of the three.
Yeah. It's very it's simpler than the other two.
Yeah.
And these are already very simple fragrances.
Interesting, because if I was to wear these three, I would
Right.
probably definitely do more pumps of the vetiver and the Juniper compared to the Blue Agave.
I feel like, and I know this brown line is called the texture line, but I feel like Blue Agave, if you smell it again, just the scent is more of a texture than an actual smell. So maybe when we wear the three of these together, it'll add something to the other two, more so than...
Yeah, perhaps.
But I would agree, it's kind of the only one of the six we've just smelled that I wouldn't wear as a standalone fragrance.
You wouldn't?
Whereas literally any of the other ones I would.
You would, okay.
But
Yeah.
again, we don't, it might add something to the
I like those three, and I like
two of the three
two
here.
of the three, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, when we wear these, where do we wear each one, or does it matter?
So with this line, it seems like within each subcategory, so here in the texture subcategory, of the three, you would choose one to wear on your head, heart, and hands. So head means kind of like the neck area, heart, your torso area, and hands, arms, and the backs of your hands. And it seems like you can choose one for each, and together they create your signature, this aura around you, and you can choose what you want to amp up. And placement wise, so you know, maybe you decide, I actually don't like this on my torso area, I'm going to switch it with whatever I had on my hands.
So it doesn't matter where, you can just all figure it out on your own.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Shall we start figuring it out?
I think we should.
Let's try with yours first.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the rose on my head because it's closest to the nose, and honestly, roses are my favorite, and it's just what I want to smell first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that here.
So three.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting with three kind of strikes of each is what I'm gonna do. Start off slow. Next, I think I'm gonna do the white incense on my heart.
Okay.
Just because I feel like the oud smoke is going to be the strongest, and I kind of want it to be the farthest away from me. Kind of like my top heart bass notes I'm kind of going with here.
That's cool.
So literally the heart note on my heart. So this is the white incense. Trying to avoid my necklace.
Cool.
And we have oud smoke, which I'm going to do on my hands. These pouches are like super handy, I'm realizing. Like I would throw this in my purse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's on my hands.
We were gonna probably do that because I'm giving you that set.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Sebastian.
Sure. I'm not a
You're not a roll-on person?
I'm not a roll-on person, so you'll put it to good use, it seems like.
I definitely will.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's how I think I'm going to choose to do it. And then do you want to show it with the sprays, what you would choose?
Yes, okay, so first off, I'm going to start with my hands, and I'm going to do the blue agave, and one minimal spray on each. So I can do right here, and right here. So since that is my least favorite, and it's the furthest away from my body, I want to smell it the least. Okay, so Juniper probably on my chest, so 2 of those. And then
That vetiver is so nice.
vetiver up here.
Yeah, in the neck area. They say behind the ears too, but I kind of just
Go with 3.
Ears. Yeah.
Since I think vetiver is my favorite so far. So
It's nice. No, it really is nice. And what's cool about this is they were saying that a lot of times, and I've noticed this, I work at Tiger Lily Perfumery, people come into the store and they say they can't smell their signature scent for a lot of times. And it's not because it's a light scent. Sometimes people are wearing opium for their whole lives and they put it on and they can't smell it. And I think the whole purpose, one of the purposes of this line is to combat that, and that you'll be able to smell this all day because it's 3 different smells on 3 different parts of your body. And so if one part of it starts fading, you can amp that instead of overspraying your perfume all the time. So I think that's a really great concept. I think it definitely solves a problem with perfume.
yeah, the other thing I was mentioning is layering is kind of like has always been like something mentioned to me whenever there was a time I was really into Jo Malone, like I used to wear.
Yeah.
And that was the very first time the associates were like pushing layering on me.
Yeah.
They'd be like, okay, buy this one, they work really well together. I'm like, really? I like one scent for itself. But then again, what they were saying was really true because
Yes.
so this is basically taking that concept and
Yeah, and developing a little bit more. Because I think Jo Malone specifically, you can layer them on top of each other, but you can't do that with every other fragrance, and especially with more complex fragrances. So it's cool, but you can't put them on different parts. And I think this really utilizes that, which is really interesting.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious to try the pure collection now
Yes.
because it's mandarin and I love mandarin and I love neroli and then bergamot. Those sound really great too.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to try those, but I wonder if you can mix the collections up together.
I wonder that too. We should experiment. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't mention that, in the line, and I wonder if you could, do a grapefruit with the rose. Or not the grapefruit, the vetiver with the rose. Sorry, I feel like that vetiver has some grapefruit
That
tonalities.
would be a great combo.
Yeah.
That would be a great combo.
And I think that'd be super interesting too, mixing within the line.
What do you think then? What do you think of these fragrances? Do you like the idea? The
I
concept?
do. I really do like the concept.
You do?
Yeah.
So-
What about you?
I like the idea. I'm still not 100% sold on layering, but I could see that it would be working.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting more into it, like thinking, okay, this would work well with the other. And so, yeah, I'm getting into it.
Yeah,
I like
and
the
I
idea.
have to say, I do prefer this packaging to the way Jo Malone does it. Because Jo Malone's, they layer, but they still have the big clunky bottles, and you can't carry 2 bottles with you at all times.
Oh,
You could
that's-
definitely carry this with you anywhere.
That sounds great, yeah.
Yeah.
So these all come in EDP concentration and they come in 3 different sizes. So basically the 15 ml bottles retail for $165 each. And there's also 75 ml bottles.
Okay.
That's a 2 fluid ounce and that retails for $235. And then the little 10 mls are $68 each. So
So 78 times 3 will be around 210,
yeah,
something like that.
for those 3. And then these are a little more pricier. Of course, you got the larger sprays. So do you generally like to layer fragrances?
I do.
Because you work in a perfume shop, so
yeah.
you do end up.
So I realized the reason I was so smitten with this idea is because I do something similar when I'm working. I feel like whenever I'm about to start a shift, I can never focus on one perfume to wear, honestly. I mean, you're in a perfume store, it's like being a kid in the candy shop all the time. And so what I'll do, I'll layer it slightly different. We have a line of hair perfumes in the store that Mick Moi does. And
By the way, I've done a video. If you want to watch his hair perfumes video,
yeah,
it's really cool.
they're awesome. And you can put them on your body too, but there's so few perfumes that you can put in your hair. I tend to use them for that. And I spray his Amari in my hair, and then Bruno Fazzolari, who's another San Francisco perfumers.
Many videos with him as well.
his lamp black on my chest, which is a grapefruit, but it also has a vetiver that's smoky, and so that mix with like the sweet milkiness of the amari smells so good together, and you get bits of both. And I feel like that's a lot of what you get with this line is you get the oud and you get the incense and you get the rose, and you get them at different times, but you also get them together, and it's a whole experience. And I really love that when I layer my fragrances rather than just layering them on top of each other to just get the one. And that's cool too, but for me, I like different parts.
You know I'm smelling you, by the way, when
Oh,
you're
yes?
moving around. It smells good.
Yeah. And I think that's true too. It kind of inspires people to put perfume where they wouldn't put it as well. And it tells them how to do it. People ask me a lot at Tiger Lily, where should I put perfume? And this kind of tells you exactly where you should put it.
Some people think you have to spray it and walk through
in,
it.
yeah. And if you want to do that, you can do that, but I like to get more.
My life. So yeah, this is Precious Liquid, as you can see back here. If you're curious to try them, I'll have a link in the info box. And as we promised, we are doing a giveaway of every single fragrance they have, 5 sets total in these mini samples. So you get, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 9 of them, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. So
9
the whole
cents.
line.
Yeah, the whole line.
That's
5
so cool.
subscribers get a chance at winning these. And you can sample the entire line and play around and spray them like we showed you and see how they work. And then if you feel like, you know, buying any of them, there's a link in the info box you can always come back to and pick up fragrances. But always definitely go check out the website, because you can see who the couple is behind the brand. Gio is a model, and she's beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then of course Richard
Richard
Herpen, the
Herpen.
perfumer. You'll get a little idea of what they've done in the past and all that good stuff. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, please put down a comment with what fragrances you like to layer. Please also put down your state. This giveaway is only open to USA residents, and we'll run the randomizer, and the first 5 people will win the sample sets. And also, if you're participating, please make sure I can see your subscriptions. As I've mentioned in the past, people are cheating, so I need to make sure you're definitely subscribed to this channel to qualify for the giveaway. And of course, good luck with that. And thanks so much, Ashely, for doing this video.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. Guys, also, please put down what you think about this concept. Would you try it? Were you curious to try it? Are you a layerer, or do you just pretty much just use one fragrance? Let me know so we can get a conversation started. Also, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.